Hey everyone, this is Dr. Goldschmidt. I just wanted to show you that I am a real human being behind the computer. And I also wanted to give you some tips and tricks for this course to get started, okay? So I'm going to be sharing the course with you right now. When I go into the course, put my video off for the moment. Okay. When I go into the course, the first thing that we're going to be doing this week is we're going to be looking at our PICO questions. So what is a PICO question? If you go under course menu here and you go to learning modules, you want to do the Start Here tab. And underneath here is a RN/BSN library guide, which is really important for this course, and then a course infographic. So let's just look at the course infographic quickly. Okay. So we're trying to look at what is this big deal of nursing research and how do we use it to guide our nursing practice? So actually it's a, application. How do we do that? So this is Turnitin. If you're looking for for my feedback, I do a lot of it in Turnitin. I wanted to just show you this here, that you're going to see this when you go in. You're going to click on feedback. This is your similarity report. If you see something highlighted in a color, that means that it's matching a source somewhere else. So to start, in the second paragraph, third paragraph here, there's this entire line here. Click on that and you should be able to see where the source is coming from. What I'm looking for is that make sure that you cite the source, you put it in quotations if it's a direct quote, and that you're using page numbers or a paragraph number if it's an electronic source. I also do many of my comments for you in here, and I'm trying to teach you while I'm doing this. So I just want to give you an idea of what this looks like. If you've never used Turnitin, please use it for this course because that's how I'll be communicating with you individually. So under assignments, you're going to look at assignments, file, and then you're going to look at the feedback, read the feedback. And when you get to the paper, what you're going to see is maybe I've made a comment, like this is a run-on sentence. You'll see a blue highlighted box, and what that is, if you scroll across it or click it, it'll tell you exactly why I'm commenting that this is a run-on sentence. Here, if you see a bubble, you're going to see a comment from me underneath the bubble. So it's really important that you read the feedback and you incorporate it in your next paper, okay? So in the course infographic, back to this, we have the AACN Essentials, and of course this one is looking at, in this course, we're looking at professionalism, scholarship, and scholarship for the nursing discipline. Okay, so what is evidence-based practice? How have models evolved? And what's the relationship between research and evidence-based practice? So we're going to be doing a PICO question this week. It's really important that you get your PICO question down. You only have a few variables and that it's narrow enough for you to search. So PICO stands for patient or population, intervention, comparison, and outcomes. And that'll drive your research process. This is going to be the basis for this entire course. So once you submit your PICO question, what I'll do is go in and look at it and give you feedback, because if I need additional work from you, I can't approve your question moving forward. And that's just to make you successful. Okay. The other part here is, okay, we're going to be developing a problem statement, and I want you to address a problem that's clear and focused, and it's about an issue that's important to nursing, and it's about finding practical solutions. So the course is you're going to find an issue that you're interested in, and then you're going to find an evidence-based solution. You're going to look at the research and you're going to make an evidence-based recommendation, which is based on the research and based on the best case scenarios or best case practices that are out there. All right, we're going to look at the research process, and we're going to critique research articles. So you're going to use appropriate critical appraisal tools to determine their credibility, and we're going to look at levels of evidence along the way too. And then you're going to go and make a recommendation for a practice change. Okay, so I just wanted to review that quickly. I'm going to go back here to this page. This is the start page again. Okay, so in the start page is a very important resource, the RNBSN Library Guide. And I want to show you why. Okay, there is a tutorial here. Look at this. Using PICO. The T here we're not using, that's time to search databases. And I'll show you that. And that is underneath of our course, Understanding Research. So there's a whole section in here in the library about our course. So you want to use this. It's going to help you. It's going to help you develop questions, research questions, PICO questions. If you look over here on the left, it's going to tell you about the types of articles, how to evaluate them, peer review versus scholarly sources, hierarchy of evidence, research designs, developing a PICO question. Okay, so this right here is very helpful for helping you to develop your PICO question. This is a quick article that helps you identify what is the issue, what's the process, what's the issue, and what's the process for your search. So overall, you're going to formulate a PICO question. Then you're going to identify keywords for each PICO element of your question. You're going to plan a search strategy. You're going to execute the search, refine your results. Now, once you're doing that, I want you to keep track along the way of what it is that you're doing. What databases have you used? Who are the authors? How many did you come up with when you went in? So here we go here, patient or population, intervention, comparison, and outcome. And this is very easy. Patient undergoing abdominal surgery. So just those patients undergoing abdominal surgeries. That's the population. Chewing gum. That's the intervention. Comparison, not chewing gum. Affects post-operative ileus. So that's what we're going to be looking at. These here on this page will tell you, you're going to determine what databases to search. When I say databases, I don't mean the Shapiro Library. These are the databases within the Shapiro Library. I like to use CINAHL because that is something that is specific to nursing. All right. And this is the development of a chart. You're going to be doing this. So keep track of this. There is a template in the first module, and you're going to be asked to submit this in your I think it's module 4. You'll be asked to submit your search strategies. That's why it's important for you to do that. Okay. There's a nice little video here, sample questions of PICO questions. And I want to go into the library itself so that you can see where I am going to look at CINAHL. All right. Let me see here. Finding articles. Okay. What are peer-reviewed journals and articles? It's very important that you understand this. These are the sources. You're going to be collecting 8 of them that you're going to be going into in depth in this course, and this is why you need to understand what this is. A couple more things, and then it says I need to find a peer-reviewed journal article. Where do I start? So CINAHL was one of them that I told you about. So let's do this very quickly. We'll do a quick overview of what this is. And really in CINAHL, it's nice because look at the bottom here, PICO search. So you can write your problem or population, the intervention, the comparison, and the outcome. I'm going to ask you to narrow in on something that is pertinent to you, your patient population, because you're going to be sitting with it all term. And you're going to be looking for a solution to your problem, evidence-based solution. So I have a lot of students start out with, there's a nursing shortage. Well, we all would like to solve world hunger, but we cannot solve the nursing shortage. So how is the nursing shortage affecting you in your unit? So maybe we're seeing a lot of nurse turnover, okay? And what is the intervention? What are we going to do? We're going to support nurses versus no support of nurses, and then we're hoping to retain. That's our outcome. We're going to retain the staff. I hit submit, and you're going to see down here that, oops, it wants me, oh, I didn't spell support right. See that? That in there. Let's do search again. Okay, so here's an article. I want to show you this here. I'm going to click on the article. One of the things that's very important in this course is APA format, and it's so easy to cite your references and do the references correct. It's an area you really don't want to lose points on. I've had students say to me, well, it's not worth that many points. Every assignment is going to require you to cite the literature, even if it's a comment to a peer. So for every assignment in this course, which you'll see there are many, if you don't get those points, it can make the difference in your grade, right? Over here on the right, look at this, cite. Then I want you to look at citation format. Now, what's this? This is not something we're using. So go down to the APA 7th edition. Here, this is how this article will be cited. So you just don't want to copy and paste the citation from here, the first one, because that would not be correct. It's not an APA format. I'm going to go back here. You can also narrow things down here to peer-reviewed journal articles. I want you to use anything 2019 and above, nothing lower than that. There's a bunch of recommended journals here if you want to go in and search that way. All right, and then I want to talk to you about APA format. Okay, so up here, there are about the library, get help. You can use the librarian to help with you with your search skills. And I'm looking for here, it's on this side here, I believe, is APA format. It's probably down here a little bit. Here it is, APA citation help. Okay, this will tell you, this link here, everything that's in the 7th edition. It makes it very easy for you to go ahead and copy it. You're going to be citing your book. Your book is already cited in the syllabus. Just copy and paste it into your paper. Okay, and then maybe I want to learn how to cite a journal article. Okay, so let's see. This takes you right to the APA guide and in-text citations, and it'll tell you how to cite within your paper. I really want you to paraphrase and cite as opposed to quoting. If you're going to quote directly, please limit it to 1 per paper. I wanted to take you to the format. Let's see, here we are here. Okay, so on that page, citation format, what we're going to be looking at is print, journal, or magazine articles. So how do I do that? Right, so here is an example. You have to follow the author, the first initials, parentheses, date, period, Notice that the title of the article is in sentence case. The title of the journal is in sentence case, but it's italicized, and the volume number is italicized. I kind of think of the title and volume number as connected, that they're all italicized, and the rest of it isn't. You'll be putting the DOI link in here so that I can look at your articles. And here's an example down here of more than one author. So how do you write that? We have last name, first initial, and so on, and an ampersand before the last name. All right, and that's important things to learn. And then there are little tutorials within here. So as you are writing, one thing that I wanted to say to you is that, sometimes you go back to your MLA format that you might have used in your associate degree or in high school, and that tends to be citing at the end of the paragraph. What I'm here to say is that I want you to cite often, okay? And I want you to do that when you're making a statement. So for example, if I say there is a nursing shortage, when I read that, if that's something that you wrote, I would say, well, how do you know that? So you want to give that credibility, that statement credibility, by citing your resources, your references. So make sure you cite that along the way. And I will be showing you throughout the course how to cite, and I'll be giving you a lot of feedback on that as well. Anyway, I don't want to keep you any further. I look forward to seeing your PICO questions this week and meeting you online.